Hello, wank bitches.
WTF! WTF!
Hello, I'm Ross from Cultaholic.com. You're my sexual wank pheasants, and welcome to all of the WTF moments from last night's really solid but emotional episode of WWE Raw. Kevin, don't go, man. And of course, the show kicked off with Roman Reigns sauntering his doggy arse down to the ring, and considering what happened on last week's show, him being booed is a huge WTF moment. Now, I don't know if it's the paintball vests or the fisting or whatever, but those people who normally boo Roman Reigns have cheered the last two times that the Shield have reunited, so much so you think they were little girls in the 1960s where some Beatles would play some instruments. Now, of course, as we all saw, Roman was wearing his Shield attire for the opening promo last night, so why weren't the people who were booing him not throwing their boxer shorts at him? Oh, sweaty boxers. Now, I know that my close personal friend Kenny McIntosh has Edge coming over to the United Kingdom very, very soon indeed, but that whippersnapper there seems to know something that we don't. I tell you what though, for Inside the Ropes, that's a big get to get the big dog. Look there, signs and shirts about Cultaholic.com at last night's WWE Raw. Thank you very much to Reno Carniello, an unnamed child, and Derek Saldin for spreading the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE universe. Next time you go to a show, put our name on a bit of card or something. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Hello, I'm Bill Murray, and this is Groundhog Day because during that opening segment, Corey Graves says you can't deny that Roman Reigns is the Universal Champion again. How can he be it again when he's never held the thing in the first place? Why do we all say the same thing every pissing week? And now it's time for this.
Wankety wank, wankety wank. Wankety wank, wankety wank. Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Hello and welcome to Wankety Wank. You all certainly know how it works by now. Thank you very much to Matty Omega for broadening our horizons, making us all more well-rounded, cultured individuals, for explaining what Meat Shack actually means. A meat shack, which of course is what Roman Reigns describes Braun Strowman as being these days, according to Urban Dictionary, is a women's vaginal area. And when it's applied to a sentence, it's used something like this: he followed the dirt track to the meat shack. Nice one, Roman. And sticking with Roman, now he's referring to himself and his brothers in the Shield as workhorses. I always thought he was a dog, a really significant dog. Big horse just doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? Back to Roman we go. Who does he think he is with all these WTF moments? Maggle pissing Cole or something? This time he said to Braun Strowman, all you lift those hands are objects, but my hands lift every WWE title. Those WWE titles, Roman, they're pissing objects as well, you numpty. Hang on a second now. So we've got Dolph Ziggler saying at SummerSlam he lost his Intercontinental Championship to Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, but later that same night, Rollins and Ambrose helped the big dog. Oh, I've said it wrong. Roman Reigns keep his? This can't be true because as we all saw, Roman won the championship at SummerSlam and then retained it the next night on Raw. Dolph Ziggler, hair of a poodle, memory of a fish. Surely for the love of all that's holy, big baldy bastard Baron Corbin understands the demon is spelled D-E-M-O-N and not D-E-M-A-N. Because he was saying on last night's show he wants to face the man, your boy Finn Bálor, and not the man, your boy Finn Bálor. I should just say his name properly, shouldn't I? Unless, of course, big baldy bastard Baron Corbin was just doing his best Bobby Heenan impression for every single Goldberg match he commentated on for WCW. Dumb man! Good that. Baron Corbin, I'm your illegitimate son. Never mind deep six. Big baldy bastard Baron's been having deep sex. Hello, Jonathan Coachman, you numpty, according to your sorry arse on last night's show. If we don't think The Undertaker will turn up that show in Australia, beat a phenom once again, and take Triple H to the limits, we're all sadly mistaken, or something along those lines. How the hell do you know, Coach? We've just been through an entire WrestleMania season where we didn't know if The Undertaker would turn up to the grandest stage of them all to face John Cena, so how can you be so pissing sure he's going to turn up for a glorified house show? And if you're so certain now, where the hell were you during that WrestleMania season with the information about The Undertaker that you claim to have? Jonathan Coachman, you are a no good lying bitch. The Undertaker destroyed my body, Triple H ended my career, said Mick Foley, who had no less than 46 matches after Triple H supposedly retired him at No Way Out 2000. And next up we have Dana Brooke of all people doing one of those head spring professional wrestler things that I do not know the name of. I don't know about you, but Dana Brooke doing that thing there is just as unlikely as her tightest worldwide partner Apollo Crews winning an international public speaking competition. Or maybe me winning an international public competition. Two questions. When did Dana learn such tricks and why haven't we seen them before? And next up we have Jonathan Coachman claim that he's never heard anybody go into a French accent, causing the people to boo. Oh, bonjour. Oui, ça va. Et tu? I'll just get him the prick. Jonathan Coachman, La Resistance on the phone for you, twat. The 2018 Women's Royal Rumble on SmackDown Live's WTF Moments last week. La Resistance this week. Who the hell's passing me phone number about, man? Back to Coachman we go. Who said it's not as if KO runs away from anybody after several months of KO running away from Braun Strowman? Who's this now? Hello? No deal. Got you. Come on. And now it's time for this once again.
Wankety wank, wankety wank. Wankety wank, wankety wank. Wankety wank, wankety wank, wankety wank.
Go back to that shot there during the Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens match and you will witness some of the best air wanking I've personally seen ever. Fans in Toronto, why the hell were you chanting holy SHIT after a Kevin Owens Stone Cold Stunner? He's done the move before. Royal Rumble 2017, and if you go on YouTube, you'll hear Stone Cold Steve Austin be pissing livid about it. And following this up, Jonathan Coachman stuck his bloody schneck into proceedings once again to say that somewhere Austin's probably saluting KO. Aye, something like this. That son of a bitch. Maggle, 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 maggle. Last week, Kurt Angle would send out a tweet. Michael Cole said, for God's sake, Michael Cole, it says it right there, you insta-twat. And next up we have the biggest moment of the night, the biggest WTF moment in the history of my life as Kevin Owens quit, and I'm wondering what exactly. Was it cigarettes, drinking, gambling? Was it carbs? Kevin, don't say it was carbs. Us thick daddies need to stick together. Whatever KO quit, it can't have been WWE because he signed a new 5-year deal not too long ago. If you just signed a new 5-year deal, why would you walk away from all that guaranteed money if you want to leave WWE, Kevin? Get fired for Christ's sake, so they have to pay you off, which I guess they have to do, although it might be a bit different since you're an independent contractor. Let's move on. Back to Coach we go, who doubts that the Revival have ever had a puppy after Corey Graves hilariously compared the B team to a puppy. Haha! Somebody doesn't follow their colleagues on the old Instagram, do they, Coach? Because as we can see there, Dash Wilder especially is all about the dogs. All dogs, no cats. All fists, no flips. All dogs, no cats. And then, spank my arse and call me Betty, who saw this one coming. Trish Stratus came back to talk to Elias, saying if you're going to run your mouth about my hometown of Toronto, you need to silence your cell phones, hold your applause, and shut your mouth. Sorry, Canadians, I couldn't help it. But of course, Trish coming back to Raw is a huge WTF moment because just like Elias, admitting in front of the world in 2018 that he wants to see Trish and Alexa Bliss go at it in a swimsuit model pillow fight. For Christ's sake, Elias, know your audience. We didn't see it coming. And speaking of Alexa, here's a direct quote from that sassy bitch. You thought I was going to revoke my rematch clause. Here, it's invoke, not revoke, pal. You're not taking it away, are you? All the sass in the world won't cover for that bollocks, pal. And another return happened as Mickie James came back after a short period away, and of course she came back because Trish Stratus was there. Because if we learned anything back in the day, it's that Mickie James fancies Trish Stratus really, really hard. So hard, in fact, it made my close personal friend Kenny McIntosh do that. Oh dear. Now this is what an evolution is about, Natty says, but with Ronda at this end and the Bella twins at that end, surely that is a devolution. Now that's an evolution when we look at the skills each woman has between the ropes. And I know what you're saying, Ronda Rousey shouldn't be top, but just imagine how good she will be when she's had as many matches as Trish and Natty have. Somebody spanked me, I thought they were dead. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Never before has Bobby Lashley been in such an unwinnable situation against the Ascension, Corey. Come on now, you can't be serious, Jeff. This is especially stupid when you remember that Bobby Lashley has had a couple of matches against the big dog in recent times, one of which, of course, that he actually lost. The Ascension are crap, man, in kayfabe terms. And to the end we go, where Braun Strowman was Roman Reigns' biggest cheerleader until Roman tried to tag him in, but Braun just stood there, allowing some of the most despicable animal abuse we've seen this decade. And the WTF moment isn't the fact that Braun Strowman stood there and did nothing, it's the fact that Michael Cole, and many of you at home who tweeted me last night, were shocked that he did so. Remember, Roman Reigns tried to murder Braun Strowman a lot of times. Braun Strowman tried to murder Roman Reigns a lot of times. Just before the match last night, we had Braun Strowman saying, Roman Reigns, I don't like you, right to his puppy dog eyes. And then we have the fact the pair are going to go horns to paws inside Hell in a Cell in a short couple of weeks' time. I would have done exactly the same as Braun Strowman did last night. He's a clever man, you know. And I know what you're all going to say, but Rossi attacked Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, which means he's the dirtiest diddler we've seen since Dirty Diddlin' Den. But cast your minds back to last week's Raw, and you remember that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were two of the three that put Braun Strowman through an announce table. What he did last night was just a bit of revenge. And I know what you're all saying, but Braun didn't turn heel last night. He just continued on the same trajectory that he's been going on in recent times. It's just the fact that Drew and Dolph were there with him. He was just being logical. That's it for all your WTF moments. I've been Ross from Cultaholic.com. You've been me sexual wank pheasants. Thanks. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at RossOnWrestling. If you like what we do here at Cultaholic, it's patreon.com/Cultaholic. Anything you afford to give us, we greatly appreciate it, and we'll love you forever. But most importantly of all, do not forget to follow us on all of the social medias and join us and stuff.